Hello, this is CP. I want to talk about my pedal board here. I've been having a few questions. People ask me about what am I playing through and all this sort of thing right here. So I figured out it's always evolving, but basically what you see here is what's going on right now. We can get a good shot of it. Turn around. And let's see. First off, to your right is a Buddha wah, made by Buddha, good wah. The second silver item looks like a spaceship, is a Roger Mayer Stone Fuzz, real Jimmy type of thing. And I have a Yngwie 308 pedal, which I rarely use. It's more or less just a preamp boost, which I probably don't need because I'm in my practice layer right now, so I really don't need it, but it's on my board anyway. And I have a full tone Ultimate Octave that I use quite a bit, and I have a TC Electronics that I like a lot, and then I have the two Eddie Van Halen pedals, because you can't do your thing without the two Eddie Van Halen pedals, the phaser and the flanger. So that's pretty much the layout, and then I'll let you get a little listen to each one of them. And I gotta play good because Jimmy's always watching me. Give a little shot of Jimmy that day. Oh, the big one. Not that one. Yeah, Jimmy's always watching me, so I always gotta play good for him and stuff. Alright, anyway, back to business here. Like I said, I'm in my practice layer. Basically, I'm just, get a little close shot of the pod here. I'm just kind of, I usually just practice through my pod all the time because I pretty much can get all the sounds I want out of it. And I got it pretty much dialed up, presets the way I want them. I got a clean sound, a bunch of different distorted sounds and whatnot. Just run it through my stereo, and my very dear friend Dave Hamilton jinxed me about it, playing through the stereo. But anyway, I get a pretty good. Playing my favorite guitar here. This is a 205 Fender Yngwie Malmsteen model that's somewhat modified. They come with 3-way switches. I have a 5-way switch. And I've changed the pickups. This is a DiMarzio Heavy Blues 2. That's a DiMarzio Virtual Vintage Blues, and that's the only original pickup that's in it at this time. And like I said, 5-way. And other than that, that's about it. I usually run about 2 springs in the back. And basically, because I get a lot of questions about how do I keep it in tune, how do I do and it come back so much in tune like that. Well, basically it's a post rap that my Luther Donald Dunleavy showed me that ironically Eddie Van Halen was doing too 30 years ago. And basically, if we can get a shot of that, you wind your post up on the wound strings. Instead of going down the post, you go up the post from your E through your D, and that's pretty much it. And that's about it. I do that, and one drop of 3-in-1 oil in the nut slots. That does it. In each nut slot, that pretty much takes care of it. Anyway, back to the pedal board. That's the signal that I'm using right now. It's just basically it's like a I think it's like a 1994 Mesa Boogie kind of dialed up, that sort of a tone. With a little bit of noise gate on it. I'll give you a briefing of all the pedals. The YJM pedal, you really can't. It's pretty well transparent. It just gives it a little bit more boost. Pretty much sounds like him, I rarely use it, but it's there in case I need it. The Stone Fuzz is very Jimmy, real big, very deep fuzz, pretty cool sound, real Foxy Lady kind of. powerful thing, you know, a very cool effect. The full tone ultimate octave is what you hear on the solo on Purple Haze. It's just fuzz with an octave up and gives you to deal with that. And the wah-wah is, like I say, just a Buddha wah. Basically, probably kind of an old Vox sound, like what they used to get back in the 60s, more or less, and it's a cool. To deal with that. And then there's the Eddie Van Halen pedals. The phaser, basically it sounds just like the first album, and wherever you heard phase at, but definitely like the first album. I mean, you know, you hear it on Eruption. Probably, I think it's pretty prominent on I'm the One. You get the idea with that. The flange, Unchained, definitely Ain't Talking About Love, pretty cool sound. Pretty much deal with that. My TC Electronic chorus is real cool. I use it for clean stuff and also distorted solos and distorted rhythms and whatnot. Just a very big sound. Kind of thing. I like combining them. I like the ultimate octave sounds pretty good with the chorus, you know, with both of them going in unison. You know, it's kind of a pretty cool sound. So that's pretty much it. And it is what it is. See you next time.